In the dense forests of the Ardennes, amid snow-covered hills, one of the most heroic battles in European history was fought. It was 1944, and World War II was at its most critical juncture. The Allies were pushing back the encroaching Nazi forces, but Adolf Hitler had one final plan. A massive counteroffensive into a region once thought impregnable, the Ardennes Valley. In the small village of Bastogne, nestled in the heart of the Ardennes, a group of young American soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division, known as the Screaming Eagles, were trapped in a tight encirclement. They were led by an eager young officer, Lieutenant John McAllister. Despite being low on supplies and reinforcements, the men knew they could not retreat. Bastogne was the key to holding off the Nazi advance, and if it fell, it would open the way for the enemy to break through the Allied lines. As the snow continued to fall and the temperature dropped, the Americans held on tenaciously. Every day they were attacked by German artillery and tanks, which were advancing relentlessly. In such conditions, there was no room for fear. There was only courage and a deep brotherhood among them. Lieutenant McAllister, only 25 years old, became a symbol of courage for his men. He was always on the front lines, lifting their spirits with words and actions. At the height of the fighting, when all seemed lost, a message came from the Nazi command, offering the American soldiers the chance to surrender. Lieutenant McAllister, flatly refusing the offer, sent a short reply that became legendary. "Nuts," which means no way. This answer inspired his men to hold on even longer. Finally, after days of siege and hardship, the weather began to clear, and blue skies appeared. In the distance, the roar of Allied bombers could be heard, finally able to take off again after the bad weather had passed. Help arrived, and the Americans managed to break the siege. The Nazi offensive in the Ardennes ended in defeat, and the Battle of Bastogne was a turning point in the war. The Ardennes Valley and the village of Bastogne remain, not only as silent witnesses to the terrible battle, but also as symbols of the courage, determination, and sacrifice of the young soldiers who fought for the freedom of Europe. Lieutenant John McAllister and his men only fought to win, but they also fought for a better future, where the next generation could live without fear.